My man,
Nah,
bro.
I'm already knowing about you. You was a young turn man.
Man?
My man is young and turn. Oh, we're gonna have to be a little. We call this segment rubbing the elbows.
Oh, what type of time y'all on, bro?
Nah, we ain't on that. This the
Oh,
official. This the official no motherfucking Diddy show. You on Highlight TV right now?
Highlight TV. I'm on camera right now.
You on live?
Yeah.
You see that thing right there?
Which
yeah,
camera I'm
yeah.
looking at? This joint or that joint?
Yeah, we getting activated and
show.
acclimated.
Highlight TV. Speaking truth in the building.
Man, voice of the youth. You hear me?
Yeah, voice of the man. I don't give a fuck about the youth, nigga. I just want to make some money. You ready?
Damn.
And crack these bitches. You know what I'm talking about?
Damn.
What you talking about? I just want the money. It's like, no, I'm
Triple platinum.
No, I'm looking out for the
Dolan.
That's how he coming like.
Spanking.
Yeah, you hear me? What's up with y'all, yeah?
You heard what he said, bro. Fuck the youth. We getting straight to the money. We ain't talking Winnie the Pooh, but we looking for the honeys.
I'm
Fuck
telling you.
what
What you talking about? Your mother can get cracked, bitch.
Everybody's up for grabs. This shit on the table.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas put it on the floor. Your mother be on the table.
No, what shit? You hear me?
We ain't fucking around. Dolan. Nah, not do niggas know. Niggas know motherfucking Dolan, nigga.
Of course. How could you not know me?
How could you motherfucking not know motherfucking Dolan beats?
Even if you don't know me, you probably done listened to my shit when you was in like middle school, elementary school.
Man, they listening to that shit today, tomorrow,
Right. Timeless.
yesterday.
Timeless.
That shit rolling.
This y'all need a new chair, yeah? This motherfucker creepy.
Nah, you just got to sit up straight. Once you sit up straight, we won't hear no more creaking no more. You hear me?
All right.
You know what I'm saying? We on good posture time in here all the time.
Yeah, I feel
You know what I'm
weird
saying?
talking to that mic like that, Brody.
How, what you want me? Boom, you want me?
Yeah, all right.
Nah, we ain't on that, man. I told you, this is the official
Right,
no
official.
motherfucking Diddy show. You know what I'm saying? We don't play none of them games.
Yeah.
These niggas, you better not ever get it confused or you might fuck around and lose. You hear me? If you ain't sitting in this middle chair, you might be losing some head, nigga. Matter of fact, play the video, put a J in the air. Straight like that.
Oh, y'all got some gas, some za.
Man, motherfucking, we got that pep and step. Put that pep in your step, the best funnel in the city.
You got the
Gimme.
Yeah.
The best funnel in the motherfucker. Say this shit
Put some
consistent.
pep in your step, bitch.
Yeah.
Straight like that. You motherfucking heard him. But man, how you?
Yeah.
Man, I'm good, man. I just moved back out this joint.
Okay, welcome
July.
back.
So yeah, I'm you know,
Welcome
I got
back.
tired of ATL. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do that shit no more. So had to come back to the home. You know, come back to my family and shit. That's really why I moved back up here.
Okay.
A lot of motherfuckers go broke when they move to Atlanta. That's not the case with me. Because it costs way more to live out this motherfucker than it do in Atlanta. So
Right.
Nah, for
I
real.
moved out here for my peoples and just be close to my family and shit. I'm a family man. For real.
So.
Nah, I like that. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like as long as I've been knowing you, always be on family time. That's definitely big and
Every time I done visit up here, that's mainly what you see me with, man. I don't really do that friend shit and all
Right.
that. Probably got like 2-3 real day ones. I don't really be around people like that.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was just telling bro, like, you know, I want to interview somebody I really want to talk to. You know what I'm saying? I be talking to the people. But motherfucking Dolan, you nigga told me today, he said, I'm like a pioneer in this interview shit. I'm like, bro, you the pioneer, the beats, the producer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when I was doing that shit wasn't cool to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started out, Trailing, that was first getting their buzz around when I first started my shit out.
Right.
Then I bumped into GLESH.
Yeah, I about to say, I was talking to GLESH and he was telling me what was going on.
Yeah, I met GLESH in the wildest way, bro. Like, GLESH was stealing my beats out of Fat Trail's email. You know
Yeah, that's how I'm like, ho,
that shit
janky,
was
man.
nasty work, you hear me? Nah, cause motherfucking, like, I was trying to get out to them, so I had this ex-girlfriend, she used to stay like by J Street out Northeast and shit.
Right.
So I had these beat CDs. She used to be around Trail and the Slutty Boys and all them. So this before I met the Slutty Boys and Trail and all them. So I used to be
This was your girl?
Nah, her little sister.
Little sister was
Her
your
little
girl?
no, my girlfriend's little sister used to be
Oh, all right.
around on that side. You know what I'm saying? So I was giving her the CDs and.
It's not your current girlfriend though, right?
Oh fuck no.
Oh, all right. So you think her sister was in with the slutty boys getting slutty?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, maybe, possibly. You know what I'm saying?
Potentially.
I ain't gonna throw one of the bus like
Okay.
that. She cool though. You know what
Okay.
I'm
I
saying? But
smell
I
you.
don't know what the fuck she do behind closed doors.
She was dropping them.
But she was
beat
around the
CDs off.
motherfuckers like shit though, yeah. So
Okay.
I was giving her the CDs, and then he finally posted an email where we can send beats to. So I'm sending beats, and then one day he had tweeted that he had signed Young GLESH to the company 1135. And I was like, damn, you know, this is my opportunity. You hear me? Like, don't nobody know this nigga GLESH yet. They just know him from T.O.B. So I'm like, let me try to work with him. I end up sending this nigga beast mode. Whole time, this nigga done stole all the beats out the same email that I was sending the trail, bruh. So by the time when I was sending him beats, he like, nigga, I done rapped off all your beats already. I've been looking for you.
Damn.
So I'm like, for real? Like, damn.
It was no social media back then, right?
There was Twitter.
Okay, yeah,
no
it was just
Instagram
Twitter.
or
It was
nothing
just
like
Twitter.
that.
That's like, what's that? That's like 2012.
2012.
It was like 2010, 2011.
Yeah,
Around that time.
Twitter done got a long lifespan
Yeah,
compared to
for
some
real.
of these
Yeah.
other joints.
They call it X now.
They call it,
Be careful what they
X now.
say.
Yeah, that shit, man. Shit, Twitter done got slutty. You hear me?
Twitter got
all the
nasty.
freaky
Twitter
shit
done got
Yeah.
slutty. The shit
definitely
used to be
did.
Tumblr. Used to be that shit, but then they just damn near fucked Tumblr up.
Yeah.
And went all the way on X, on Twitter. Shipping motherfucking getting out of hand.
But nah, that shit was a good look for me to fuck with GLESH, cause you know then I got close to Trail and Slutty Boys and all them, and that when Sosa was coming up, God rest my man Boozer, God rest his soul, young. Niggas don't even know. They thought Chief Keef came to DC for Trail. He really came down there because he liked Boozer.
Damn.
Like the badass shawty, but the bitches call me Boozer. That song, he came out with that joint. Keef came out this joint. And I had made this song called Which One You Working for GLESH.
Okay.
And then when he heard that joint, he was like, man, who the fuck made that beat? And boom, that's how I got in contact with Chief Keef.
Damn.
So you got in contact with big pioneer in
He
this
just
rap
heard
shit.
that, he just heard the beat and was like, man, but that's how it ventured off in a PV long way. And even the sound that they doing right now, like, you know what I'm saying, that was the sound I was doing for Sosa back in the day that the DMV didn't want.
That dark
That
grunge
dark,
shit.
yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So Sosa was really the one that was first nigga that gave my beats a chance, because the beats I was making for GLESH was kind of more like Gucci Man type beats. They really
Right.
wasn't dark. He wasn't on that type of sound.
Right. Damn. So how long was you doing this before you met GLESH and Chief Keef?
I started out stealing beats for real.
On some
You know
Soulja
what I'm
Boy
saying?
shit?
Nah, they had this site called
some LimeWire
SoundClick.
shit.
It was called SoundClick.
Okay.
And on SoundClick, it was a lot of producers, because I used to fake my own rap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I used to steal the beats and act like I was making them. Telling people I was making them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So I was studying like the structure of how beats get made by listening to them beats all the time, and then eventually I started making my own shit.
Damn.
Okay.
That's kind of
Nah, that's
crazy
cool.
as shit. So you was selling beats before you ever made a beat.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
That's funny.
I ain't
That's
gonna lie to you, like.
Copy pasting beats like
What?
it's funny.
Man, I was
Real
bro, I was
spanky.
down like bracing that joint, because I had this app called Acid Pro, and I had Audacity, so I can record live audio off
Audacity.
the computer and act like it was mine.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
So look, I don't know nothing about the producer shit, but what was like the starting joint, the starting platform that you cook up on?
FL Studio.
Okay, is that joint still active today?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Like all the young niggas, they using the new shit. I got FL13. That joint, boy, that joint ancient.
Okay.
That's what I made all my classics off of. My favorite one is FL9, but I can't find that shit no more.
Damn.
So I know you was saying you stole the beats. Like when did you realize like, well, how did you learn to like? I know you said you just like picking up on the cadences and all that stuff with the music, but like, how did you know you could do it by yourself though? At what point did you know you could do it by yourself?
Well, nah, cause I had this nigga that I used to re-up from and shit that worked at the Papa John's and shit. He stayed around a creek, right across the apartments, right across from the BP and shit. He knew I used to want to make music all the time, and when I used to go get straight and shit. He would have like all these keyboards. He had all the equipment. And then one day, when I came over there to grab something, he just gave me a keyboard. It was an M Audio, like a standard key. It was like a 50 key joint or something like that. And he was just like, man, take this USB cord, download FL Studio, and then just go make some beats.
Damn.
And that shit, my first beat was some shit, but the bass line was Jai Crank, and I still remember that joint, because I was riding around listening to that shit for like 2 weeks. Like, damn, nigga, I can really do this shit. Like, I made that shit like it was nothing.
What was your model of this is what a good beat sound like back then?
If I wanted to listen to it over and over.
Did you? Oh my bad, I didn't even cut you off. But how did you know the? Well, did you envision like a specific rappers or anyone with specific sounds? Like, who's your first person that you had on a beat of yours that you?
I had my
worked with?
friends on my beats at first. Like my friends was rapping and shit, and then I just started getting more bold as far as like going to different neighborhoods. Like I remember I met Chris Bo. I drove all the way out the south, a side that I don't even really be on like that, but I just really wanted to get my shit out there.
Right.
Like, it wasn't a lot of rappers when I first came in the game and shit. It was like Kingpin Slim and Garvey, and then Trail and them came out like a year or two later. So I was already out there trying to network. But like I said, motherfuckers ain't like that dark shit. But you listen to the shit now, they jumping on cars, spinning and smoking on this and smoking on, you know what they be talking about, yeah.
Right. Damn. How it make you, actually, before we get that far along, after Chief Keef, what was going on?
As far as what?
Who was getting beat? So who you was working with? It was Chief Keef for like a time. What project was that?
Bang 2.
Okay.
It had Mike Blackson on that motherfucker.
The Morgan Tracy joint.
Well, nah, I did 12 bars.
Okay.
Intro, and then I did this song called Bad.
Okay.
I accidentally sent them 12 bars by accident, but it ended up being like the best decision of my life. Because it's a throwback clip on YouTube of Uzi actually listening to that shit when he was like 16 or 17.
Damn.
Him listening to that song. So that played, the music that I was making in like 2013 and 14 for Sosa is how me and Uzi linked up like 7 years later.
Man.
Because he took a beat that I gave Sosa. It was an instrumental that was on the internet by me and shit. And he dissed, I think he dissed the Offset and Rich the Kid on the beat. And it was on my beat.
Damn.
Yeah, but a beat that I made from 2014. So that shit was, I didn't even know that sound was that clutch. Because now all the young niggas is doing that same type of sound right now.
Man, what?
Yeah.
That's motherfucking crazy.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Story evolution.
Yeah, nah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? That's like, you watch anime?
Yeah.
That's like motherfucking Gohan fighting Cell as a young nigga and then coming
man.
through and being
I
sane.
hate Gohan, bro.
I ain't saying.
Vegeta, my mother, man. Vegeta and Birds, nigga. Them my motherfucking man.
Let me see.
I don't fuck with Goku, bro.
Damn, nah, you do
Goku
look like a
sweet.
Vegeta ass nigga.
Yeah. Not my boy, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, nigga, that's my man, young. I
You
fuck
hit that
with
joint
Vegeta.
perfectly. That's what you do? What? When you not cooking up?
That's the whole kill, young. I wanted to be a voice actor too, young. I know how to do a lot of voices. I know how to mimic people too and shit.
Man, we're gonna get to that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to be a voice actor. Like, we gonna be taco talks, but we might be taco talking for show. You know what I'm saying? Like, might have to show these
That
niggas
shit
what's
was
going
wild,
on.
young. Before I came up this joint, I had some tacos. I was like, damn, I should bring some tacos up this joint.
Man.
Taco talk, man.
We gonna have some. They said that should be the established theme.
Nah, but y'all gonna have people typing to take a shit.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
thinking.
was about to
saying,
eat. I was about to bring Chipotle up here, but I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to blow the motherfucking toilet down if I come up in there. I'm gonna wait till I get back in the house, man.
Please don't. You hear me? Hold it down. Hold it down.
Hold it
You hear
down.
me?
Hold it
no
down.
bullshit.
That shit, I ain't gonna lie. So, but you said after Chief Keef that you had that bang too. But did you do a joint with him and Gucci Mane too?
Nah, GLESH went to Atlanta, and I had when GLESH went to Atlanta. That's when Pee Wee Longway got hip to me.
Okay.
So GLESH played like a real big part of my career as far as like a lot of people was hearing about my beats through Young GLESH. You know what I'm saying? Even the other nigga that God rest his soul as well, OG Macko, he knew about me in Atlanta.
Damn.
When I moved to Atlanta, I had already had Pee Wee Longway and OG Macko and Lil Yachty, Playboy Cardi. All of them knew about my beats through the same person, through GLESH. They used to
Damn.
listen to him back in the day. So a lot of people don't give him his credit. That nigga definitely is a pioneer, and not just the DMV, but just worldwide. You know what I mean?
Right.
I was say because even at that time, I feel like the DMV was. I feel like we didn't agree on this. Like where the DMV was in a different time in terms of like making better quality just music, and not even just the DMV. I feel like just rap music in general was just better quality in terms of like the sounds, the beats, the production of the music. There was a lot more thought put into what was going on back then. Would you say you were more thoughtful at the time, like how you were trying to make your beats?
Nah, it just depended on like.
Nah, I felt that though. Nah,
Nah,
sometimes
like
you be
when
out
I
there
make,
just putting shit.
when I be making my beats, like that's a gift and a curse. I make my beats on how I feel.
Right.
So if somebody got me fucked up that day, that beat gonna come out like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I think like it depends on how good my day is, bro. Like if I got some cheeks and that shit was torched, that shit gonna be that. So I be looking forward to some good neck, but at the same time, I be looking forward to a motherfucker pissing me off too, though. You hear me? Like a motherfucker just getting me good shit, cause I get on that keyboard, that shit gonna sound demonic as shit. That shit gonna thump.
Damn. You praise the Lord?
When I can.
Okay.
I try to.
All right.
Sometimes I ain't about to see it like I go to church, nigga. I be
right.
falling asleep in that motherfucker.
Right,
You hear me?
right.
That's fair.
I smell you.
fair.
A lot of the good men out here is, you know, they
Praising the
Muslim
Lord.
and yeah, they Christian. I try to get into it, but I ain't about to fake do it.
I feel that.
I feel like a lot of people call on a God when they in a fucked up situation. That's not how it's supposed to be.
Right. He not a
Supposed to call on
genie.
that man, even in your good times and your bad times. It's not just
Right.
And half of these niggas that's screaming at Allah should be eating bacon. And eating on Ramadan and all that.
Eating
See
all through Ramadan.
Doing all
man.
types
With
of
the
shit.
sun up.
Yeah.
Yeah, them niggas be getting locked up and turning into Muslims. But to each his own though, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, what was going on? Where was you at during that period of time when the whole PG all of a sudden mass
Turned into
converted it to
everybody was
Islam?
like Islam. Yeah.
Like they was
Remember
going
that
to the
time.
go-go's and koofies. Like niggas wasn't really
Oh.
on the hood time. They was more so on koofy time.
I mean,
At the
they was
go-go.
doing that shit in school when I was in high school. Well, shit, that was like an 07, 08. Niggas used to be bringing fucking carpets and shit, the little, or
Prayer
rug or
rugs.
whatever, the prayer rugs and shit. And then they had to like make rules for them to actually allow them to pray during the day. I think that was good though, you know?
Yeah, I think that was good too.
That was real cool for them to do that. But shit, then I started thinking like, well, I'm Christian. You know, can we get our little time? You know what I'm saying? But I probably would have bammed out and got some neck. Took a bitch to the bathroom while I'm telling them I'm about to go pray or something. I probably,
Man,
boy, I was wild as shit when I was
styling.
Man.
Styling, I can't. I don't know what to say. Hey,
Yeah.
get you some motherfucking
Yeah,
pep
get
in
some
your
pep and
step.
step
You
in
hear
your
what
step,
Dolan
man.
talking about, man?
Yeah, pep in your step, man. That motherfucker got me stepping on shit. You hear me?
Nah,
I
big-
step on your bitch.
You hear me? Big stepper.
Big stepper.
Big stepper. What's this one?
That's
Oh,
the
that's
same
another,
thing.
another flavor.
This is the bigger
Oh,
pack.
y'all trick bagging, man. Look, this is a different flavor, y'all.
You hear me?
I don't know why. How y'all gonna have two different packages?
You gotta let them know. One
gotta
for
know.
if you want the personal joint, you with the
Yeah.
young niggas. But if you want that big bag, you gotta run away from everybody. So,
yeah.
cause the big
Big
bag,
bag.
they want you to share your funnel.
Look like a big piece of shit running from them, yeah.
That's a big funnel leaf.
Big ass leaf. Yeah, and they ain't got no mold on it like the rest of that shit y'all be buying.
Come on now, this shit gonna
that's
be
good.
consistent across the board. We banging consistency, but we ain't banging C's. You know what I'm saying?
So pep in your step right now.
Motherfucking. So boom, you said Long Way,
Yeah.
Cardi,
Yeah,
Yachty.
Yeah,
and
Atlanta.
like 2016, 2015.
yeah.
Shoot.
I had moved down to Atlanta and like I drove down to Atlanta. I'm sleeping in my car for like 2 weeks down that drink.
Damn.
Well, not probably like 3 weeks for real. Like damn near a month.
You was taking a shower at Planet Fitness?
Nigga, what was the shower?
Damn.
Fuck.
Stinky
I
ass
was,
Dolan.
man, boofy.
Boofy.
Yeah, I was washing my balls though.
Okay, I
Because
smell
I
that.
had a couple joints down there. You know what I'm saying? I was
Okay.
great. I used to go to the McDonald's all the time.
So-
And buy McChicken.
Right.
And they use their Wi-Fi.
Okay.
But I wasn't telling nobody that I was homeless the whole time.
I feel that. But you knew it was part of the process.
Right.
I was just freestyling. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't know what the fuck was. I ain't know where my life was going at that point. You know what I'm saying?
What was the point, the turning point? You said it was 3 weeks. What was the turning point after the third week?
It was a DJ that knew about my beats. That had put me in contact with this guy, my man Eastside the G. He staying in Atlanta too. This DJ had me get in contact with the nigga Bankroll Fresh.
Damn.
Damn.
And, I got a song with him as well. And then when I met up with the guy Eastside, you know, I met his mother and his family and everything. And when I pushed up, I had the Crown Vic. You know what I'm saying? And I had my whole life in that motherfucker though. You know, like front, but you couldn't nobody even fit in that joint. You hear me?
Mine?
I had TV. I had my TV in that bitch, all my clothes, everything you can think of.
Wow.
And I couldn't put nothing in the trunk because my dumb ass had 312s in the trunk. So I had to put everything inside the car. You know what I'm saying? So I'm driving around when I pushed up, his mother seen all of that shit inside my car and was like, damn, this boy living in this car. And she looked out for me. You know, his mother, shout out to his mother too, Eastside of G Mother, I love you. Yeah, she looked out and that was the first, you know, like where I started having somewhere to lay rest my head at and shit.
Damn.
Paying her rent, yeah. I told her, I was like, man, how much you want for me to stay here? And then boom.
Okay.
That's shout out to her.
I think on this joint, like we try to push the idea of being consistent, being thorough, and grinding. And I think at a point in time where you couldn't see what the future was gonna be like, you still had that grind. Where did that come from? Like your thought process moving to Atlanta and like, all right, I'm gonna make something shake.
Well, me moving to Atlanta really wasn't planned. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was so many things that was trying to make me not move to Atlanta. For real. So, like, basically, when I was 2015, my mother ended up moving back to Jamaica. That's where my mother from. You know what I'm saying? But the way she did it, she kind of, like, randomly just left. So I didn't know what was going on. So where I was staying at, I thought it was sweet because I'm like, oh, my mother out of town, fucking bitches. You know what I'm saying? I'm having this a party every day at my joint. And then one day I had this joint over my house and the lights cut off in that bitch. And I was like, man, I called my sister. I'm like, where am I at, bro? Like, what the fuck going on in this joint? I'm like, yo, you know, my mother ended up telling us, like, yeah, I told you I was going to leave. She was telling us she was going to do it, but we ain't know when.
Man.
So then I was like, I can either stay with my sister or, you know, that was like the only choice I had. So I was like, man, shit, I'm about to try to go out of Atlanta, you hear me? But I had a job at the time, but I got fired from my job like the day before I left to go to Atlanta. That was another thing that was like, everybody was like, man, you just lost your job. Now you can't transfer your job to Atlanta. You about to just freestyle?
What type of work was you doing?
With cars and shit.
Okay. Selling them joints or detailing?
No, with parts and shit. I was selling parts.
Okay.
I was at Advanced Auto Parts. I was called a commercial manager.
Okay.
I used to wholesale parts and shit like that. So I had a good resume, like as far as working too.
Did you know that you ain't want to never go to work again? Like after you lost that joint, you was like, man, I'm going full-time beats.
Nah, shit. Believe it or not, I done made that mistake like 3 times. Cause when I got fired from that joint, I had got rehired at that joint because I had quit the joint one time. Cause when Chief KEEF had found me and shit, a year prior to that, they told me like, yeah, come on, LA, blah, blah, blah. So I went to my job like, nigga, fuck you, nigga, fuck this job, fuck all of y'all. Like, bitch, I'm about to go get rich. Fuck you talking about? Nigga, I went on LA, bruh. That wasn't that. I didn't get a goddamn thing. You hear me? I was broke as a mother. I was broker out there than I was back out here. So I'm like, man, I had to come back and go back to my job and get that joint again. And you know, the nigga, the manager at the time was like, what happened, Dolan? I thought you was big time. Like, you know, like, I heard you was with Chief KEEF. Where your money at? I'm like, nigga, you ain't gonna hire me or what, bitch? Like, bitch, you bad.
Talking about the wrong shit.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, just give me a job, bro.
Talk about that shit on the weekend or something, or when we
I'm
clock
like, nigga,
out.
imagine how I feel having to come back to you motherfuckers like, yeah, I thought this was it. But nah, I'm back. And they cut my pay.
Damn.
Yeah, they was paying me way less than what I was getting paid. Demoted me and all that shit. Damn, Slim.
So can you talk about where Spanky came from? Because so far, so many minutes in, it sounds like you've been getting spanked to spank, but out of them spankings, you've been getting rewarded too, though.
Oh yeah, man. Spanky, I don't know, bro. I was trying to say spank one day, and I just said Spanky.
Cool.
That's really how it came about.
I feel like you been spanky before niggas said belt the ass.
Yeah, nah, but I've been going by that name for like a long ass time though. You know what I'm saying? But the reasons why, is, there's a couple reasons why. Like, one of them is on somebody's bitch.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Put the belt, yeah, and what?
Damn. Motherfucking, you heard it here first from Dolan, man.
For real.
What you talking about?
Damn.
Put the belt to ass and I ain't even got no belt on.
Like a Gucci belt or like just a genuine leather belt?
Man, I got a belt now, man. Just know I got a belt.
Yeah, we ain't, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we ain't even about to go that far. Just know,
ain't on
Spanky. Yeah, that's what I be saying. Spanky. Like,
Okay.
what?
Damn.
Nah, for real. I was gonna say, you took that risk 2 times, like going to LA and then Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But plenty of other risks, but those just in particular, right, because of like, opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What about the opportunities made you even just decide to take that risk? Because some people, like, if you had talked to somebody, say, "What you going out there with KEEF for?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, put anybody question you tell anybody, like, what made you take that?
Everybody was trying to talk me out of this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like that was I think the main part of my success is I didn't have no plan B. I still to this day ain't got no high school diploma. I don't know nothing else to do other than car shit, and I wasn't trying to do that shit no more. So I was like, shit, we only do this life shit one time, you know what I'm saying? So why not just go see what happens?
Cool.
It just so happens, I still take them same kind of gambles, though. I've been took way more than a lot of people. I done went broker, like I said broker. I done went broke like 4 or 5 times chasing this shit before I got a reward.
How do you keep keep chasing it? Because a lot of niggas, they take that risk and after 1 or 2 times of failure, they give up. It ain't no more attempting this. Man, fuck that shit. I already done tried that shit. That shit ain't work.
Well, I kind of use chasing your dream like the weather, like for instance, like this coat I got on, right? Like when you chasing your dream, it's a cold world out there, dream, man. It's cold as shit out there. You gotta have your fucking coat on. It's cold as shit out there, bro. You gotta be prepared, you know what I'm saying, for all your L's, bro. You're gonna take way more L's before you get a W, man. You gotta have, just like when it's a rainy day, you gotta have your umbrella. When it's cold, you gotta have your coat. When it's hot, you gotta have some AC up in that motherfucker or some water or something. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be prepared for any type of scenario, because you might be going through some family shit or financial or whatever, but that's usually what discourages a lot of upcoming people. They go through money issues, or some people even get discouraged from like a breakup or something. But I used all of my negative energy and turned it into music.
Cool.
So whenever I was going through something, I was just like, man, I'm feeling fucked up. I'm about to make a fucked up ass sound and beat.
Is it
Like, so you can feel my pain type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Is it any type of I don't know what go into beats, but is it like a loop or what's the tools that go into building and creating a beat? Functionalities, they might be like templates or
No, I don't do it. I do it the old school way.
what's that?
I make that shit from
With the metronome.
scratch. I make it from scratch. A lot of these young niggas out here, y'all relying on melodies and downloading loop packs. That's cheating, bro. 'Cause all they doing is adding drums and bass to it and saying that they made it. Everything you hear from me is me. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
That's all right.
How long do it take to cook something up from scratch?
Shit. It can vary from 20 minutes to an hour to, I might make half of it and get stuck on it, and then I come back to it another day.
Okay.
If I get stuck on a beat, I just leave it alone and go do something else.
Damn. So from scratch. So what's that entail? Like you going the beat counter to piano keys?
Well, sometimes I start with the 808. It depends on how fucked up I am too. Sometimes, like
What's the 808 though?
That's
that's bass.
bass.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll start with the 808, or like I said, it depends on how I feel. Like I might get a call from a family member, or somebody might have just died, or like a lot of the artists I worked with unfortunately died. A lot of them locked up and shit. I be going off my emotion, like how I feel at the moment. So sometimes I might start with the piano and get deep, and Sometimes I just make it plain Jane and just had a whole lot of bass behind that shit.
So after the 808s, what's next? Keys?
Yeah,
And then what's after that?
the snares.
Okay. And is it
the percussion? But every beat that I make doesn't come together the same every time. I treat every beat individually, like everyone just different. I might start with a sample. Like if I can't play nothing on my own or thinking nothing in my head, then I go listen to anime soundtracks.
Damn.
That's kind of like how I made the Uzi song, the new Paddock song. I had beat block and I found the anime soundtrack,
What?
like a Japanese cartoon, and then I used that and made a beat off that.
Was it an old joint?
Yeah, it was a cartoon called anime cartoon called Death Parade.
Damn. I fuck with anime, but I don't feel like I ever seen Death Parade.
Nah, that show like that, Brody. It's like a show about death.
Damn.
You know, after you die, two people come in an elevator and y'all gotta play these games to see who gonna live and shit. But these games is like
On some Squid
Yeah,
Game
Squid
shit.
Game
yeah,
shit.
it's like some shit like that. So yeah.
Damn.
Damn.
That
Death
shit, after I
Parade.
made the beat, the shit made me watch the show. You know what I'm saying? I was
Okay.
like, damn, I'm about to watch the show. And then me and Uzi ended up being in some Japanese magazine. And, you know, they came to get their money, though. Yeah. Once they found out, it was like, oh, fuck no, this nigga just sampled our shit.
Man.
Damn.
Damn.
Shit.
So
I say that I know we business etiquette we learned and talked about, you know what I'm saying, like stuff like that before where we be on YouTube sometimes just using beats or just finding whatever sample from somewhere and not knowing that the shit can blow up. And you know what I'm saying? People be like, damn, what the fuck, that's my shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? How many times, like, I know you just mentioned that time. Is that the only time that that's happened to you before?
Nah, I mean, I had the original Dolan mixtape, the Most Known Unknown. I had Marvin Gaye's people take some of my shit down too.
damn.
I sampled with Marvin Gaye. I love that's like
That's-
one of my favorite artists and shit.
Is that the red joint?
No. It was the joint with all the pictures. It got
Is
like,
it a picture of you on there?
It's a picture of me. Then it got
Yeah.
Longway, Chief Keef, Leash, Cardi, Yachty.
Yeah, I fuck with that tape.
Got a little bit of everybody on there.
Damn.
But this new tape that I'm about to come out with, it's just called Dolan. And it's gonna be all DMV shit. Strictly all DMV. It ain't gonna be no out of town or none of that.
Damn.
Okay.
Ain't, you know.
Who from the DMV you fucking with? Cause I know you did some joints with Cruddy Murder. I know you did the joint Lil Lee Mahomes.
Yeah.
But what else you did in the city? I think you did a joint for Shabazz too.
Yeah, Dear Pressure. I got shit with Q. Shit. I'm about to try to work with 3 Shama. I got a tape with Glock Jones about to come out.
Okay.
I work with Baby 50, Skino. A
Damn.
whole bunch of niggas, you know what I'm saying?
That's all
There's so
on this
many
new tape.
people. Yeah, it's so many people on that tape though. I got Cruddy on there, I got Migo, J-Mo.
Damn.
I'm saying I'm about to try to get one in with No Savage and shit.
Okay.
Brody just came home. About to get something in with him. Send him some shit over.
What's that like? Do everybody look to you as like, oh man, I need a Dolan beat? Well, I hear that a lot. You know what I'm saying? Especially doing interviews and going outside. Like niggas like, man, I need a Dolan joint. I need a Dolan joint.
Was it like? They give me homage. It's cool because I'll be working with a lot of people that got beef with each other, but
Right.
they look at me like an old head. So they just respect me. I don't really be trying to make me pick sides and all that shit. I ain't with all that goofy ass shit.
Word, for sure.
I don't give a fuck who you spending on or who man you smoking on or who you just rolled up or whatever that bullshit you gotta be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just trying to work.
I feel like
For sure.
you was talking about how you know you kind of originated that dark sound,
Yeah.
and now niggas is adapting to that dark sound. How did that make you feel?
I didn't like it at first. Cause I was just like, I was in Atlanta and people was like hitting me on in Instagram comments and shit on certain songs. And then they was saying like, damn, don't he fuck this beat up? Don't he did da, da, da. So I'm like, what? So I listened to the first person I heard sounding like they was on one of my beats was Migo Lee. And then it ended up being Anti beats.
Anti-Beats,
And I
yeah.
fuck with Anti and them. And then when I started listening to their beats, I'm like, damn, like I ain't gonna if I can't beat them, join them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I respected they, you know, got some type of influence and respect for me. And they pay me homage too. It ain't like they curried me.
Right.
It ain't like I came at them and was like, nigga, you taking my shit. fuck. Like, you know, I didn't come at him like that. I was just like, damn, I didn't know the shit that I did. Because mind you, that sound, nobody wanted that sound. I did that sound in 2014. And for it to reoccur and happen again, and for it to have, you know, like the way it's taking over the city now as far as the drill music, I'm just like, damn, I should have kept doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it kind of made me come back out of retirement with that sound. But I don't do just that sound.
Right.
But that's what a lot of these young niggas want.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna ask like how do you evolve your sound, or how do you choose to evolve your sound, as you know, especially throughout your time making music?
I just go with the flow. Like, I just step out of bounds a lot when it comes to making beats. Like, I do something that nobody's doing. I feel like that's the main thing. It's just like how y'all interviewing me. Like, y'all got to find a way to make y'all interviews different from everybody else's. The same way with making beats.
Right.
I got to make something that's going to stand out. So it's flattering that a lot of people use some of the same drum patterns that I use, or 808s and shit like that, but that just tells me like, all right, now I gotta invent something else. You know what I'm saying? I gotta reinvent myself, and that's really what it comes to with staying relevant. Because all of the producers that was out in my time in 2010 and 11, they got jobs and went to school, and they're not even around no more. So now I'm competing with niggas that's 18, 19, 20. And I'm like 30-something years old, you know what I'm saying? But I still can keep up, though.
Man, I feel like you said, you like one of the pioneers for the shit. Like, niggas is looking at you for the template. Like, there's been a couple niggas that we see, and they been doing it long enough that they are the template. You know what I'm saying? But some niggas is more so inspired by the template, or, you know, just following along with the template. So I think coming this far, I don't think it's, I mean, maybe, of course, it's the competition, but I think definitely is a part of, like, inspiring niggas. You know what I'm saying? Being the model, being the prototype.
Yeah, it's like I can show you this right here. Like, this one I really started peeping that people was kind of gravitating to my sound. When I put Dolan Beats type beat, it was just like a bunch of people.
That's not
DMV,
you.
yeah, just making Dolan beat type beats. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Dolan beats. Look, and then look, 79 videos. Look at that. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
That's all Dolan beat type beats. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's 79 videos of just Dolan beat type beats.
That, yeah,
and they not uploaded by you, which I think is kind of crazy to
crazy,
say.
Yeah.
So
how does that make you feel? Yeah.
Yeah, it made me feel like I made my mark. Because back in the day, I used to want to sound like 3 6 Mafia mixed with like Zaytoven and Shawty Red and Drummer Boy. And that's what I was looking up to. So I felt like I didn't have my own sound. And when I started working with Sosa and he let me use that dark sound, that's when I was like, oh shit, this the sound. But yeah, like I said, it took about like 8 years for motherfuckers to fuck with it in the DMV.
I feel like sometimes motherfuckers be ahead of their time. You know what I'm saying? And then it circle back. But one of the things I want to talk about, you said you went broke like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
What did you learn from those times that have helped you be better? Because I was talking about earlier, we speak about business etiquette on here. And
what is like going broke?
Nah. What you learned from those times?
What I learned from going broke?
I might know what it's like being broke. I can't say I do or don't, but
nah, I mean that's the price you paying your dues. That's the price you pay with this type of dream, you know? Like, you can't go into it just automatically thinking about money and shit.
Right.
You gotta know you gonna fail 100 times, bro. Like, anything that you do in life, bro, you're gonna fail or take a L in some type of way. But in this type of field, when it comes to music, you really gotta go in knowing that you really might not fucking make it. This shit really don't happen it's like a 1 in a million chance to make it in the music industry. And then on top of that, there's no union or health insurance benefits or anything. So a lot of other shit that you got to worry about when you become a producer or artist or anything. You got to worry about 1099s. You got to pay taxes and shit. It ain't no more W-2s when you start jumping in this field. You got to pay for your own insurance. You got to pay everything out of pocket. You got to pay attorney fees. You got to pay your manager. You got to pay everybody. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like with the going broke shit, Yeah, that just comes with the game. But I grew up being broke, so being broke wasn't that bad to me, cause I was already used to it. I'm like, shit, I know how to take $5 and make a whole meal and eat 2 days off that shit.
Damn, I feel that.
So I wasn't really worried about that shit like that. I grew up, I didn't grow up rich. Shit.
What were some of the business tips or strategies that you learned along the way? Like I heard you was saying, like, you know, the people that you got to pay the taxes, the coming out of pocket, but on a musical side, like even when we talk about beats being up on YouTube and then, you know what I'm saying, either they getting snatched down or you snatching somebody else down because they ain't paid, because we talk to different artists and I've heard a lot of artists come through and say, man, I had this beat, this song was going up, this song was jumping, but I ain't paid for the official clearance or licensing to the beat, and they snatched it back because they trying to get their money.
Well, nah, I let people, you know, I believe in like influencing the younger generation, so I let them have that shit. They can go up if they want to. If I really wanted to go snatch it down, I will, but the only way I would step in and send a cease and desist at you is if it's making a significant amount of money and it's my shit. But if you're trying to sound like me, I technically can't take it from you. But I had a lot of producers that was doing like weird shit. Like I had people that was acting like they was trying to buy beats from me. So I used to make snippet packs. And they would be like I'd send them like 40 snippets. And then I started hearing the DMV beats and some of them was sounding like my beats. So I was like, these niggas was perping and acting like they was trying to buy my beats just to hear my unreleased beats, to copy off them motherfuckers.
You think that's the biggest scam you went through as a producer?
Yeah, but I mean, shit, it come with the territory. I mean, people like kind of being influenced by you or copying you or whatever you call it. I hate saying copying because it just make them sound like they're not original, but because they do put their twist on it. But
Right.
it make you feel good, but it just lets you know that you did something right. You want if motherfuckers not copying off of you, then you're not doing something
Not
right.
doing
You know
it
what
right.
I'm saying? Yeah, like
right.
so that make me feel good about that shit.
You setting the motherfucking precedent
I set
and the
tone,
example,
yeah.
right?
So it's just like if I go to a rapper that works with a producer in the DMV area that sounds similar to me, when they meet me, they like, oh, I want the real Dolan beat, not the, you know what I'm saying, the copy. But some of these niggas rock, like Trap Money, Benny, Petro Gang, you know my man Butter, Anti Goat.
Right.
He done took the sound that I was using and elevated the shit out that shit. And the Trap Money Biggie. You know, his people like, yeah.
Trap money.
Yeah, that nigga. I get on the phone with this nigga. This nigga sent me his number. This nigga in like fucking London or some shit. You know? This nigga not even from here.
Man.
I said, damn, nigga. But he be rocking like shit though. You hear me?
Yeah, nah, he definitely do.
Man, him working on a tape for Skino right now and shit, man.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
A Dolan beat and Trap Money Benny tape with Skino. And then we collabing on all the beats.
Damn.
Nice.
We gonna do. I'll probably fuck around and do 3 solo joints. He do 3 solo joints, and then like 6 joints where we collabed on both of them.
What's that like? The science of putting different producers on getting a beat together. Like you said, he out London. Y'all sending it back and forth, or y'all live working on it?
Nah, we transfer.
Okay.
We transferring them back and forth.
Yeah,
That's cool. Yeah.
he'll send me a melody, or I send him a melody. He'll put his twist on it. I put my twist on it. Matter of fact, Trap Money Benny. I said Benny Biggie. Damn. He just sent me some shit like 2 days ago that I'm about to work on tonight and shit after I leave from this train.
What's your work ethic like? Like I feel like sometimes as creatives, we might get like creative burnout. And I know you saying that you a lot of times translating your feelings into the beat, but I don't know how much creativity or motivation play within that.
I just gotta feel it. There have been times where I done went like 4 months without making a beat.
Damn.
I just wasn't in that jam. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be like that.
But I can go 4 months, but prior to that 4 months, I was making beats for like 2 years straight. You get burnt out. You feel like you ain't got no life. Or like, you want to go get some pussy or go chill with your family or go do regular shit again instead of just being glued behind a fucking computer screen all day and shutting yourself out from the world.
Right.
At least with a rapper, you kind of get to be around people. As a producer, you kind of just by yourself 24/7. And locked in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bitch might hit me up. I'm trying to go out to dinner. Like, bitch, I'm making beats.
I'm working right now.
Right. For
Yeah,
sure.
like
Work.
I ain't got time to fuck with you, bitch.
Yeah.
If I don't make these beats, you're not gonna fuck with me anyway.
Not
You
gonna
know
have
what I'm saying?
Nah, for real.
So,
And I was gonna say, even I feel like, you know, obviously to the audience, right? They may not necessarily know what even goes into the song from the producer standpoint, right? Like you just said, having those hours where you locked in front of a computer by yourself, like, you know, you probably can get tired and might hurt your eyes a little bit. But, you know, talk about just maybe does that make you feel a kind of way, or does it? What's your sentiment towards, like, you know, people not appreciating the producers all the time? Even could be rappers themselves too, like trying to take all the credit for songs and not trying to pay back the homage to the producer. How you feel about stuff like that?
I mean, we got the longevity in the game anyway. You can look at all the rappers that I'm working with in the DMV and look at where they career now, and look how I'm still relevant with the new generation. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the reward that we get. You know what I'm saying? We stay relevant way longer. The rapper only got a time span of like 1 to 2 years, 3 years now. They not even 3
to really
like
be
1 to
popping.
2 years,
Yeah.
and they just fall off, and then it's a new one coming out.
What you think is the biggest cause of fall off
Get too comfortable.
among these rappers? They
Get
do
too
always
comfortable.
sound different.
I mean, even in the DMV, a lot of the DMV rappers, they get really comfortable with this DMV fame.
Yeah.
You know, but if I'll take them to Atlanta or somewhere, or Memphis or Texas or LA, and they do a show, the crowd gonna be stiff as shit.
Right.
They gonna know who the fuck they is. Like, they be thinking it's lit to be cool and PG and out the city and all Alexandria or some shit. And I'm like, bro, it's a big ass world. So you a goldfish in a big ass ocean. You hear?
Right, yeah.
Ain't no shark, no whale or none of that. So ain't nothing. Fuck is a
Motherfucking
guppy.
goldfish.
What you talking about? Yeah, you ain't even hit past, got a video past 10 million views and you think you doing something.
Motherfucking tadpoles.
Man, no
You know what
bullshit.
I'm saying? Y'all feeling too froggy out here.
Yeah.
Going swimming,
They
nigga.
think you like that and shit. I'd pull this plaque out and be like, yeah, you ever got one of these, nigga?
Man, talk about it. I was about to say I could have sworn I seen you with Uzi at the snow.
Oh yeah,
At the
that was
snow?
one of man, that was like that. Cause when we went to that joint, we got to go to that joint before American Dream even opened.
Damn.
I got to meet the owners. It's 2 dudes, they brothers and shit.
Damn.
That own the joint. They like billionaires, like rich ass niggas that own American Dream, and they let us go in that joint before everybody went in there. That shit was like that. Bust my ass a couple times out that joint. I got a video of me, you know, snowboarding down that joint with that nigga and everything. That shit was like that though.
Damn.
That's solid.
Yeah, no bullshit.
Solid.
I go to American Dream, young. That shit is that.
Where that joint at?
In Jersey.
Okay. Damn, that makes sense.
Yeah.
For sure.
Damn.
For sure. I got one more question just on some, like, you know, you between the DMV and then the industry, like, you know what I'm saying? What do you see in the difference of business and how business is carried from, like, you know, these two different, you know, entities for real?
It's way more difficult than DMV. Like, if I go to New Orleans, Memphis, or Atlanta, a lot of them work together even when they don't like each other. Because it's about money. You know what I'm saying? Out here, nigga, motherfuckers be beefing out this motherfucker. That's like even when I go to the studio, I always got to check with who owns the studio and ask them, who the fuck do you got at that joint? Because I don't need to mix crowds and somebody dialed this motherfucker on my watch. I'm the one, you know what I'm saying, lining up sessions and shit like that. I hate that it's like that, but it's just reality. And then on top of that, a lot of the DMV rappers, they got managers that's their friends and shit. And I'm like, you know, you need a business manager. Like, my managers, of course, they my friends, but it's business first. You know what I'm saying? They actually bring me a bag. A lot of these niggas managers, they just managers because that's their man and shit. But I'm like, your manager is supposed to bring you a bag.
Your manager need to be doing shit that's going
To get you money.
Yeah, exactly.
Put you in a better position.
Potentially
That's how they
elevate
gonna
you.
make money. You know what I'm saying? But you making your friend a manager, all they doing is answering text messages and emails. You can do that shit by your damn self.
Nah, for real.
You know, I be telling a lot of niggas, you don't need what the fuck you paying him for. He ain't doing shit.
A lot of these niggas, I think they just want to be in the spotlight.
Yeah, it's a lot of
saying?
politics and niggas hating on each other, killing each other out there, man. And, you know, I try to, even when I'm in the studio with a couple of rappers, I done heard them say some lyrics on the track, and I hit that button and be like, bro, take that off, bro.
Right.
Or I tell the engineer, like, cut that part out. Sometimes you'll hear some songs that I produce where it sounds like the words go out, but that's me telling them like, nah, don't say that.
Damn.
They might like, he got hit with that. They'll pause. There was words behind that, but I tell them like, nah, bro. You trying to go to jail today, bro. Like, yeah, you trying to get bagged tonight, nigga. Like, nah, bro.
Damn.
Nah.
I feel like this DMV sound, man, I ain't gonna lie, is definitely crazy.
Yeah.
It's definitely crazy, and I think that one of the things that we often discuss on here is that they exhausting the free car template, the drill music template of music. It's like,
man,
where's your creativity? Where is the music that's not minute made? The music that is timeless that you can play back for the next 10 years. Like, I ain't gonna lie, one of the tapes when I think of like timeless projects, I think of the Thrax joint, the black and black and white. I think the movie joint. I think of motherfucking Chance the Rapper, Acid Rap.
Finally Rich. That was when we were talking about Chief Keef.
Finally Rich is definitely one of them joints.
Yeah.
But niggas is not focused on that no more. Niggas is more so focused on this, hop in the car and spit a couple bars. And that's all that they got. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, brother. You know,
they making music, but they not making records. There's a difference between making music and just making records. So a lot of people be like, man, Dolan, all you do is free car music. I'm like, that's the only shit that these niggas want to rap off of. It ain't like I go in there with a whole boatload of free car shit in my laptop. I'm like, man, rap on this joint. They're like, man, that be cool, young, but you give me some of that shit you gave so-and-so, and I'm like, oh, let me go to the free car for it. These drinks, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what they want, you know what I'm saying? And if that's what, that's what's paying me. I'm not in the interest of trying to convince a motherfucker to do something if I'm not getting paid. Like, if I was a manager or something, I'd try to shift them. Like, but it depends on if I believe in the artist, too.
Okay.
If I believe in you, I got Migo Lee to do a lot of different songs that he didn't want to do when we was working with each other. To make sure that our tape didn't sound strictly like all free car shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Migo Lee definitely had a cool joint. He did. I like the Long Live Dutch joint.
Long Live Dutch is a good joint. Yeah.
That was a hard song for him to do.
You know what I'm saying?
That was really a really hard song for him to do just because of the fact that it was about his brother. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
That was a heartfelt song. That was a song that he wasn't used to. You know, everybody was used to him just talking about all straight gangster shit.
Right.
Me and him was like, the shawty a workhorse, young. Me and him there like, he came to Atlanta. Well, we was already working. When I was in Atlanta, he was out the city. And we had made like 8 songs in like 3 or 4 days. And then he came to Atlanta. And then we knocked out like 20-something joints in like a week.
Damn.
So it's still a lot of unreleased Migo out there that we about to drop and shit. So
what was your favorite joint of Lee Mahomes? I ain't gonna let me see what joint I was cranking to off that.
Bucket.
Joint.
I like Bucket. Yeah, fuck it. I jump on the window, don't give me no bucket. He like, I don't care about your mom, I'll blow up your sister. Oh, he said, well, I shoot at your mother. Yeah, like, he was just saying all types of
just crazy shit.
Shit that make your fucking op like, damn.
Like, why he said all that? Yeah, why he saying all that? Yeah.
You said you shoot at a nigga mother. I don't care about shit. I shoot at your brother. I don't care about shit. I shoot at your sister. I said, oh, nah. He said, but right by yourself, I'll knock off your muffler. I was like, oh, yeah, this nigga John like tripping.
Yeah.
Because we was recording the joint, I hit the button. I was like, you all right, Brody? I said, bro, you in this joint cracking, bro. Like, but it's another song that's my favorite, but it's not on the album. It's going to come out.
Okay.
It's called Why You Tripping. It's about a girl and shit.
Okay. Different flow?
Way different. He talking about a female. Like,
Okay.
He's going for her, he's spoiling her. He just like, bitch, why you tripping? Like, trying to make all these plays for me and you. And you just like, throwing me the fuck off. Something that we normally go through. A lot of the times I give artists that output, man, make something that people go through in their everyday life. That's why females is killing the game right now. Like, it's a couple females that I work with out here. Trap Bay Dawn. Like, a 5 stars, cool. I fuck with her.
Shout out
Eco. I fuck
Cranking?
with her. Yeah, Eco be rocking.
Okay.
She remind me like Gangsta Boo or Chat. I don't know if y'all know who that is from 3 6 Mafia.
Nah, I'm
she
not.
like a female gangster. Like them, they
She
basically
do
like,
be cranking though.
Yeah, she
got
be talking
got
her
cool
shit.
little flow on that joint.
Yeah, she got personality. She got like a star type of personality. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely
She's
do.
not scared to just do whatever comes to her head. And that's a lot of artists are scared to like jump out there and just
Right.
be themselves and shit and actually, you know, just do something different from what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like even when KP came out, everybody just all of a sudden started trying to do KP flow and trying use sample beats. I'm like, man, you gotta find your own lane. What works for this man ain't gonna work for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you gotta find your own lane.
On that note, we was talking about a little bit earlier. How many people come to the DMV, use the DMV sound, and then later announce that they not really from this area after they done went up off this sound? How you feel about that?
I mean, shit. Be honest with you, it's a lot of niggas, famous people that have been around and actually listen to our shit. They just don't tell nobody.
Right.
It's like in secrecy. You
Yeah,
know
I'm
what
about to say, you think
Then when
it's-
you hear him rapping, you can hear the DMV flow in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Or even a beat selection might sound like a DMV beat. Like they be getting their producers to make the same shit that we make, but a lot of people don't like doing business with us because a lot of bad shit happens when they do business.
I
with
was
us.
just saying
Sure.
that earlier.
Yeah, we was talking about
You know
that
what I'm
earlier.
saying?
Yeah.
You fuck around and get your shit spanked fucking with somebody out this joint. Just
Nah,
by
for
you
real.
flying out here and sitting in the wrong neighborhood with the wrong niggas.
Every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too often that shit be going on.
A lot of people be scared to do business with us. And it's just really hard. Like I said, it's a lot of politics out here. For this area to be that small and for it to be that difficult to work, it's just like fucking nasty work. You hear me? Because out Atlanta, that shit is way bigger than DC, and they work good together.
For sure. And what we was talking about earlier too is just, you know, moral principle and just code. Like, what do you think is like one of those things that's missing that you probably came up on in terms of those things, like moral principle code?
Moral principle code as far as what?
Like let's say like what was your analogy earlier? Like
Just like being a man.
Being
you know
a
what I'm
man,
saying?
yeah.
Like how you going about if me and you talk about something, what me and you talk about don't need to be discussed with him
Discussed
unless
with
he
him.
was present.
Yeah.
And it ain't cause we trying to, you know what I'm saying, gatekeep or we talking about bro or nothing. But if me and you discussed it, you only discussed it with me. I only discussed it with you because we the only people that's supposed to be knowing it. If it was something for all of us to know, we'd be on camera discussing that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of that shit be lost in the principles. And, you know, I just be trying to figure out, like, do niggas still have morals and principles these days?
Exactly.
It's
yeah.
different. It's different now because when I was growing up, like the size of the city right now that's fucking with each other never fucked with each other, bro. Like this new generation is, but like I said, we older, so it's just like I don't be trying to sound like an old head and all that, but I be seeing some shit with neighborhoods fucking with this neighborhood, and I'm like, I never liked each other. What the fuck y'all hanging around here for? But it's a whole new world, you know what I'm saying? Morals and principles. Everybody got their own idea of what's morals and principles, you know what I'm saying? So you can't really fault nobody for what they think. You know, everybody just doing them now. Like that morals and principles shit is out the fucking window from what I've been seeing the past couple years out this joint. Motherfuckers been getting their shit spanked.
Man.
Fuck you talking about dirt nap and all that, you know what I
Nah,
mean?
for
Like
real.
missing all that, bro. Niggas getting backdoored by their own man. Just imagine, I was telling one of my men that was trying to come out here from Connecticut, like, man, you gotta watch these bitches, bro. You might be getting your dick sucked whole time. She done left the door unlocked and dropped the low on your ass. Niggas about to run up in this joint and shit, you better get that shit up when they gonna Swiss cheese your motherfucking ass.
Got
bro.
her
Shit get
location.
deep.
Forgot her location shared with 13 other people.
Yeah,
Nah, for real.
bro, like,
Son.
get your ass done.
And she just
Like-
told two of them people, yeah, I'm about to be in this joint with such and such, and he getting here at such and such. I'm gonna talk to you later.
That's like even with me, the way I move back out here, I don't know where the fuck I be at.
Right.
I don't give a fuck how bad you is, how good your pussy is, bitch. Ain't nobody coming over this motherfucker with my family.
I feel
That's
that.
just my girlfriend.
I feel
I ain't
that.
had one of them motherfuckers in a while. You hear me?
Nah, I feel that. Keep that shit motherfucking safe,
Yeah,
airtight.
I don't need no motherfucker know where I'm at.
Kill.
Yeah, fuck that.
I ain't gonna lie though. I was on Reddit. A nigga said that they said you and Chicho got beef going on. I said I don't know about that. Niggas just be on Reddit saying anything.
Yeah, Man, they be saying anything, yo. Chicho's my motherfucking man, bro. I got a song, Chicho on my tape.
Damn. Rapper? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow, okay.
Man, we got a beat we did together and all that, yo.
Damn.
Okay.
Shout they gonna say me and Chicho beefing?
Man, they be saying.
bro, but they try to give me the beef with Anti, all the guys that was kind of, I was like, man, bro, I'm not on that. Slim, they doing whatever you doing. It's better than, it's like even with Anti and them, why would I get mad at them, bro?
Right.
It's better them doing that than getting locked up or some shit. Or
Right.
sliding on somebody or working at the Dollar Tree or some bullshit like that, flipping burgers at Burger King or something.
Nah, I feel that.
Nah, for
But
real.
who you think this is right here?
Oh, yeah.
That's Chicho.
Know who that
That's
is.
my man. Yeah, like that. Brody just texted me right before I came up here.
Man.
That's Brody.
Shout out to Chicho.
Shout out to
man.
Chicho.
Yeah, man.
So,
Damn. What advice you got for these young niggas, man? We be trying to put them up on game.
Boy, you better get in where the fuck you fit in. Fuck you talking about? And shit. There's nothing wrong with having a job, bro. I'm telling you. And stop trying to live past your means. And quality over quantity with your music. You know what I'm saying? Stand out. Make sure you stand out. Make sure you save up for a rainy day. Shit, I don't fucking know. Shit, if you don't make it, nigga, go to school. Well, nah, school ain't even doing it no more. Go get a trade or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Or go sell drugs.
I
I'm just playing, bro.
I think we done seen.
Pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, go be a doctor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, put some pep in your step,
Put
bitch.
some-
Maybe you might
Yeah.
need to smoke some of this shit, and you gonna go somewhere. Look, we got the doo-doo brown pack, and we got the midnight pack right here, young. Pep in your step.
We said the doodoo brown and the
Pep
midnight
in your
pack.
step. Put some pep in your step, bitch.
Dolan, man. You said you had the project coming out soon, right?
Yeah, man. Dolan Project featuring shit. Everybody.
Everybody.
Talk about
Yeah.
everybody, your mama, all them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna be on that bitch.
How soon till we see that joint? Cause
30th of January.
Damn.
Okay, cool. Oh, I'm the 28th of January, so cool.
Damn,
Yeah,
Big
Aquarius
Aquarius
game,
game,
bro.
game,
Yeah,
my shit February 1st.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
shit, crazy.
Then
For real,
bro,
this
lined up.
Damn,
Yeah,
Aquarius
my
deep in this
shit,
joint.
man. About to be 3-4, you know what I'm saying? 34.
Damn, this the motherfucking Super Aquarius
Yeah,
podcast.
Big Fish
on-
podcast,
you
like
heard me.
shit.
Yeah, you hear me on Highlight TV,
Man,
man.
Aqua Gang, you hear me?
For
Shit.
sure, man.
Hey man.
Hey, man.
I
Say,
think,
man.
I think this has been another great episode. I ain't gonna lie. We sitting with legendary super producer Dolan.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? If you
Appreciate
don't
that,
know,
man.
one of your favorite songs is probably inspired by,
Yeah.
created by, curated by,
Right.
directed by, or produced
For
by
sure.
Dolan, man.
Real pioneer in the game. We talked a lot, and even the names he brought up. Y'all gotta do your research on Dolan, man.
Man, I
After this
appreciate
interview,
y'all.
man, for real, because shit, it's impact here. This is history here, legacy. So shout out to you, man. Appreciate you for
Man, I
coming out.
appreciate y'all for having
sure.
me, man.
Nah, I appreciate you. You really like come through like
Yeah.
I feel like we at the point where you know when the paleontologists go through and they find a fossil.
They called me a dinosaur.
Nah,
He's a
huh?
paleontologist
I ain't saying
dinosaurs
you a
and
fossil.
shit.
I'm saying
Go
you,
ahead.
You the motherfucking put the shit so niggas can pick it up and discover. and they
Yeah,
dusting
right.
it off.
Yeah,
My
bro.
man, they like, oh, this is a
This shit
motherfucking.
crank.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like.
Mm-hmm.
Using it for inspiration, man.
Man.
Nah, we
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying?
Appreciate
I'm
y'all, man.
so happy that we was able to sit down, man, and many more on the way. Happy New Year.
Oh yeah, man.
Happy New
I'm
Year.
spending time with my family, you know. Back then I used to try to get pussy all the time on New Year's. This year I'm going with my family.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Shout out
Yeah,
to
my
the
folks, man.
family, man.
Hell
And
yeah.
Jenny, I love you. I'm about to see my sister. I'm gonna be with my sister tomorrow.
Okay.
Word.
Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you, Jenny. Nah, for real.
We motherfucking
Go tell the rest of the family watch this podcast, Jenny.
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
Put it in the
saying?
family group
Yeah,
chat,
put it
man.
on your story, yeah.
Put it in the Facebook chat, the WhatsApp, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
WhatsApp, yeah, that's
WhatsApp,
how I talk
yeah.
to my mother. Yeah, my
Word.
mother. Shout out my
Yeah.
mother. You know, I love you, ma. I know you're gonna see this too. She watch every fucking thing I do.
Nah, we appreciate you,
Word.
mom, for even bringing Dolan
That's
into the
Mama
world.
Spanky. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Mama
saying?
Spanky.
My
damn.
Mama
Spanky.
Spanky. You feel me?
Damn.
Hey, man. Say, man. It's another day, man, at High Life TV.
Hey, man. Appreciate you for coming through. We were Dolan. And thank you for watching this while we was rolling. We'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, fuck y'all. Tell your girl to suck my dick.